My name is Miroslav. I'm from Mexico. My wife and I, Rachel and I, we came here to Croatia like 1 year, 1.5 years ago, February 2023. And you know, I have Croatian roots. My grandfather is from here, from Peručić, Slika. And I mean, I always wanted to come to Croatia, but that dream like stayed behind, you know. And when I met Rachel, like we had a lot of things in common. You could see how God brought us together, you know. I mean, I have said this to her and she back to me, like she's like my answered prayers about a woman. And one thing that we shared is that we wanted to see like whole creation, we wanted to see the world, but we didn't know where to start. So at the beginning, when we wanted to leave Mexico, we wanted to go to, you know, a really different place. So, I mean, Mexico is a great country, but I'm not blind to the problems. And one of the biggest one is corruption. Like, it's a really rooted problem. So we wanted to go to the most uncorrupt place on the world. And according to some statistic, it's New Zealand, okay. But then Corona came in and New Zealand closed borders. So that was a way of God of telling us like, it's not that way. Like, I know you want to go there because we were like dreaming about it. Like, have you heard New Zealand hymn? Like the national anthem? It's beautiful, it's a prayer. So yeah, we were really in love with the idea. But God was like, yeah, no. So we were like, okay, may your will be done. So we waited, and in that waiting process, like God worked with our hearts, and to not leave Mexico, to not run from Mexico, to go into the world with a grateful heart, you know, like it's a beautiful country, you have beautiful friends, beautiful family, of course bad things, but you know. And it worked really well. Like that pause of Corona was really hard, but really enlightening, you know. So after that we were like, okay, it's not New Zealand, then where? So we were looking at different ideas, maybe Italy, maybe some other place, because of the language, because of the food, because of a lot of things that were not that important. And then an aunt of Rachel was like, hey, isn't Miroslav like ancestry Croatian? Like, why doesn't he make a citizenship? And I was like, can you do that? And yeah, you can do it. So we tried to do it in Mexico, but it was really hard. Like, it was part there, part in the USA, and I didn't have a visa. And when I make a schedule for a visa appointment, they gave me 2 years. Like, you know, it was 2 years ago, and I just lost it, like yesterday, my schedule. Anyway, so every door seemed to be closed or closing down, you know. We tried to work our way into one path and it got closed, into another path and got closed. And it is hard, it is, gosh, it is tiring, you know, to work in one direction and be told it is not that direction, but that is life sometimes. And that was God's way of saying to us, it's not that way, it's not that way either. So we were like praying, like, okay, God, just tell us, what is the way? We will walk it with you in front, you know, but tell us. You know, sometimes with God, you want him to be really clear, but he works in mysterious ways. So finally we decided to do it in Croatia, citizenship in Croatia, and everything started to get open doors everywhere. It was amazing. Like, we didn't have the money to move from one country to another, and money came. We didn't have a lot of things to start this process, and they started to appear, you know, documents, a lot of things that started to appear, and it was like God's way of saying, this is the way. Okay, and that gave us like such energy, you know, because once you know this is the way, oof, it's like half of the work. Like, once you see God on front, it's already half of the work or more. You just have to follow. And you know, Rachel and I, we came here, as I said, February 2023. It was my first time out of the country. I never left the country before. Like, it was my first time seeing snow last year here. And I love it. I love to be outside in the world, to see everything, to see that God's creation is much bigger than one small city, you know. And I want to keep on going, and Rachel as well. We want to keep on going. We love Croatia. We really love Croatia, and we were received here with open arms. We were never aware of how open were the arms here, you know? Like, I don't know. I find my family here, you know, my cousin, my sestrična, going to Peručić. And it was such an amazing story. You can see it on TV if you want. And friends here have been popping up, you know, and they're such amazing friends. And community and the church that is so similar to our church back at home. We feel at home. We sing, and it's, you know, I know the songs, and I feel at home. And we can serve. Like, we can teach children here, as we did there in Mexico. And we can continue with what we left there. You know, we left teaching. I left 40 kids back in my church, and I really miss them all. But I can keep on doing that here. I left the book that we were starting to do back in Mexico, and we were able to continue that here in Spain, but someday, with the help of God, here as well in Croatia, and, well, who knows, maybe worldwide. But I don't know. Once you see doors open like that, it's difficult not to see the hand of God on things.